Hi guys, it's that time again, which is better, and it will be a Napalm Death special. So if you're into death metal or just curious, then this video is definitely for you. And the two albums I'm going to be looking at are Inside the Torn Apart and Words from the Exit Wounds. Let's get into this. So looking at Inside the Torn Apart, this album is actually very catchy. From the beginning of Breathe to Breathe, you get some catchy riff that stick in your head for days. This album is one of those albums that you may have not listened to in a while, but when you finally give it a listen again, you remember how great it is. Now, just to be clear here, this isn't grindcore Napalm Death, but more of a groove death metal. The songs average from 3 to 4 minutes, and they keep the listener hooked in. Production is clear, but not too polished. Every instrument is visibly audible. Vocals are your typical mid-90s style vocals resembling a Fifth Act 3 type of vibe. The guitars are very catchy, and it's good to hear some variation in death metal. Once in a while, there is a few melodic riffs to keep things interesting. Check out the songs Section, Down in the Zero, and Prelude. Now, these are not in flames melodic, but they give them a slight breath of fresh air. Section and Indisposed melodies have quite an epic vibe to it. The drums are not blast beats, more of your typical mid-pace type of metal like Sepultura and Pantera. This is recommended for basically someone who enjoys experimental work from bands, and this album isn't a bad place to start. Here's going to look at Words from the Exit Wounds. As much as I like this album, it doesn't come close to Holy Corruption or even From Enslavement to Obliteration. The early grind days were great, and so was Scum and the Pill Sessions. I mean, if you want chronic crazy blast beating with grind noise, then all Napalm Death is definitely for you. But here, they take on much more death metal, and don't expect to hear any of what was featured on the earlier albums. There are some blast beats going on, but it sounds solid musically, and they've definitely progressed, but without the extremity that was on earlier albums. Death really delivers with the riffs, and it keeps you hooked in the whole way through, and it's just slower. I think this is in a way really solidly put together, and everything seems to flow fluently here. I don't have any objections. It's intense. The music is way slowed down, definitely more solidly produced than the earlier days, but it's good that Jesse was on this one too, along with Barney, Mitch, and the new drummer Danny. Music captivates the listener with pure in-your-face death metal. I really like this album because it's different, somewhat groove-oriented with the riffs, and not a lot of backup screams by Mitch here, but Jesse was still alive to keep them doing what they do best. Just absolutely kill it on the guitars. There wasn't a lot of tremolo picking on the riffs here, but there's more chords and more fast picking, kind of like the groove thrash. Barney displays a little bit of clean measures here, but it's really brief. The production quality here was really solid. It's more death metal Napalm Death, and not grindcore or even death grind. Just mostly death metal. It's really noteworthy, and the music really sticks. Also, what they were able to produce here, there is some tremolo picking going on, but not blasted. I think Mick was probably the fastest blaster, one of the fastest people to do blast beats around. Those are the glory days. But this is a newer style of Napalm Death, and something that looks unpredictable, but it happened anyway. When it comes to seeing Napalm Death live, they do put on one hell of a performance, even with the newer material. And unfortunately, Jesse is no longer within the band or a live period. But if I was to describe this album in 2 words, expect diversity and rest in power, Jesse Pintado.